Muted. Always the same. I was muted from last period. All right, let me start over. Thanks for letting me know. So we are going to start today with quiz. And those of you that are on Zoom are just going to take the quiz through until you're done. Then you can leave for lunch. And here we'll split it up and have lunch in the middle. I did want to just go over a couple things before we get started. And here are my couple things. So, number one, yesterday you were supposed to be preparing for this quiz. And also, you had the option of starting your next vocab chapter. So, if you started it, great. If not, that's fine. You can work on it today after the quiz. It is due tonight by midnight. Okay, 10 easy points. I give you 10 points, super easy, because I just want you to start off, get your vocab done, and then you have it for the next, I don't know, 2-3 weeks while we're working on it. All right. So please make sure you get that taken care of. And let's see, other things I wanted to tell you that obviously we are getting near the end of the 9 weeks, right? I don't know if you have been paying attention, but we have this week and next week, and that's it. So next week is 9 weeks tests. Your foreign language test is on Wednesday. So we will have a quiz next Wednesday over kind of just the stuff we're going to start tomorrow. And then that's it for the 9 weeks. We are halfway through the semester, which is just crazy. So please make sure that you are checking Skyward, that you are keeping up with your assignments. Some of you have a lot of holes, some of you don't. So check Skyward, right? Do it at the beginning of the week, do it at the end of the week. You should be doing that on a Monday. So you make sure you're getting done what you need to. And if you have a hole, turn it in. I'll see what I can do for you. If you have a question on your zero, then I guess message me. And hopefully we can figure out what you need to do to make up some of those points. So just kind of keep that in mind as we are plugging along this week. Okay. Otherwise, I think that's all I really wanted to talk about. Quiz today is vocab based, and also some questions on Ecuador from the video we watched for a couple days and talked about in class. So hopefully you are prepared for that. Let me tell you just a little bit about it, then I'll get you the code, and then we'll look at it together. So overview of the quiz is vocab based. There's a little bit of reading. There's a little bit of using it. Here's what I want to remind you, right? The idea here is you're not using your notes. You're not using anything to help you, and you're using your brain, right? That will get you through the test in the allotted 45 minutes. Now, what I've seen every now and then, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there, right? People that don't get done with a chunk of the test, it's probably because they're sitting there trying to, cheat and Google Translate things and look things up. And it kind of backfires on you because you're using up your time. The quiz is set up so that you have enough time to take it, but you're working through it at a reasonable pace. So please keep that in mind. The way we're doing this these days obviously is different. It's not like you're sitting in front of me and I can see if you're cheating or you're using your notes. So the expectation is that you're not using your notes. And again, you're going to have a time problem if you're trying to Google Translate a whole lot of things. So I would say just, keep an eye on your time and work through it at a reasonable pace. And hopefully then you should have no time issues. I haven't had any all day today. So, but I have been saying that just to kind of make sure we're all on the same page. Okay. All right. Any questions for the good of the group before we start looking at the quiz itself? Okay. If you do have notes out, put them away. If you've got your phone out, put it away. Get your focus and go to the quiz. Everybody waiting for the code? Are we there? So go to current lesson, click on, I don't know what it's called, Prueba 4A, 4B in Ecuador or something like that. All right, ready? Password to get in is Rosa. Rosa, as in the color, what? What color is Rosa? What color is Rosa? Yeah, it's pink. Also means rose, like it's a rose. Okay, so Rosa to get in. I guess I'll put it here in the chat for everybody, just so you make sure you're in. No capitals, R-O-S-A, Rosa. All right, I'm assuming we're all in. I get a couple thumbs up here, there. Yes, yes. Okay. All right, so let me talk you through it real quick. Give you a couple tips, and then I will mute myself, and you can do your thing. All right, always good to listen to my tips, so please look through it with me. First section, right? You have some reading. I'm going to read you the directions so you have the gist of it. It says, Silvia y su abuela están mirando fotos. La abuela de Silvia le habla sobre el día de su boda. And I decided to help you out so you'd have the context here. I told you su boda is her wedding. All right. So you got grandma here, abuelita, talking about her wedding. So you're going to want to read through there. If you don't understand every single word, not a big deal. Okay. Get the main ideas. And then you got some true and false questions kind of to match up afterwards. So I think there's 6 questions. So you just go back and forth between the text and see if you can't then read for a little more detail and answer those questions. All right, please look at question 7 with me real quick. Scroll down to question 7. You have some vocab to fill in here. Okay, here's what I suggest when you have something like this. Copy and paste the vocab word. All right, you don't want to miss it just because you misspell it or you miss an accent. So copy and paste the word from the word bank to where it goes. All right. You will use each word once. You do not need to reuse it. So if you've used it once, it's done. All right. Then you got a couple questions in English related to Ecuador and our movie and our class discussion. And then at the end, you have 3 short answer questions looking for a complete sentence in Spanish. Make sure you give me a good sentence there. And you will notice that they're pretty similar to the speaking quiz that you did for me. So if you prepared for that, then these should be a piece of cake. All right. I think that's all I need to tell you. Anybody need anything else? Questions for the good of the group? Okay, so I'm going to mute myself. Zoom friends, I'd like you to stay on until you finish the quiz, just so that if you have a question, you can easily ask me. When you are done with the quiz, you don't need to ask for permission to leave. You can just leave the Zoom. You do not need to come back after lunch. Make sure you do your vocab for tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to mute myself. Let me know if you need anything. Buena suerte.